So we just got back from Maker Central, a convention that's held in the NEC in Birmingham. And one thing that I really love about Maker Central is the fact that you get to meet all sorts of different people all coming together, and they express their creativity, whether that's woodworking, electronics, needlecraft, soap making, anything making is there. So while we were there, we bumped into Phillip, who has made his own CNC pendant. Rather than try and explain it myself and butchering it along the way, let's hear it direct from Phillip. And if you're interested in getting your own CNC pendant, stick around to the end where I'll share contact details where you can get more information of how to get one.
Oh, we got to see this. We got to see this. Right. So what was your name?
Phillip.
Phillip. So Phillip bumped into us a little bit earlier before we started live streaming. And he was talking to me about a CNC pendant that you designed and built.
Yes.
Oh, come on. Let's have a look. What can it do?
It's designed for LinuxCNC, but in theory, the hardware should work for anything.
Right.
Just have to recode it. It allows you to control the CNC machine as if it were manual.
Right.
So you can move X, Y, Z with the joystick, start spindle, control spindle speeds, jog, rabbit, and tortoise, isn't it? Yeah, tortoise. Set jog increments. Yeah.
So how does this connect to the CNC itself? So is this it goes to the host computer via USB?
Yes, it is USB based, so the e-stop is just a supplementary e-stop.
Yep.
Still need a proper one.
Yep.
It will work fairly fast. There's a component runs on LinuxCNC, and they just chat to each other. You can run in manual mode. We'll also run in auto mode. So if you've got a program loaded, you can step through, and then you can hit run to run the program, stop it, miss, and flood.
Right, yes.
So all the things that you need to do.
So this will deal with like engineering CNC machines that would be cutting metals that
Yes,
you need
so
the floods for, but you could also use it for something like a CNC router.
Yes, yeah, any machine that needs setup or prep work. So when I bought my mill and converted it to CNC, I was told I needed a second mill for prep work.
Right.
Which was never going to fly. So I needed a tool to be able to run my CNC as if it were a manual mill.
Right, I got you.
Do all your prep work using this, and then you do your setup. If you in manual mode, get into manual mode. Come on. There we go. If you pick an axis, you can set your offsets for your axis.
That's pretty cool.
And the half function in there as well, which is exceedingly useful when you're trying to drill something in the center.
So that's something you built for yourself. Is that something you're selling?
I sell the PCBs and a bunch of components.
Yep.
Only because you can only order PCBs in quantity from TLC PCB.
Yes, I am aware.
Here to do that. And also Mauser has a minimum order value, and I always have to add things, so I end up with a stock of all the components that just attached to the PCBs.
Understood.
So there's about 25 or 30 in the world at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Not too bad.
No, that's good. And where, if somebody wants to find out more about you, where can they find you?
On GitHub. Just search GitHub for Manualmatic.
Manualmatic on GitHub.
Just about read that there. I can give you a...
I've lost all the data. Okay. I thought you was meant
There
to.
you go.
Awesome. That's brilliant. There you go. You're on the live stream.
Oh dear. I am in trouble.
You might have more than 30, hopefully.
You never know.
Wow.
But it's a very useful tool for people who've only got the one mill, or even if they've got more. It saves you having to be reaching for the screen all the time.
Right.
to do offsets.
Yeah.
You can be close up.
So the GitHub site, does that have all like the schematics and the board layups if somebody wants to make them themselves?
I haven't uploaded the Ford Gerber files.
Right.
Because the version of TCAD that I used,
Yeah.
it was slightly flaky, and exactly the same with the STLs. I've uploaded the STLs, but not the original FreeCAD files because I happened to build it in an in-between.
Yeah, I hear you.
state.
I hear you. So that's use at your own discretion.
Yeah, it's pretty bulletproof. You can see this one has been well abused.
Yeah, yeah.
I have some video of it next to having shavings thrown all over it.
Yes, I know that sensation well.
And it just keeps on working. So, and I've dropped it multiple times, and it bounces. It's made out of Pet G's recommendation.
Yeah.
It just happens to be.
It's nice, stable. It's not heat. It's not within reason. If like with PLA, you start getting it warm, it deforms.
And it can,
whereas with
this will
flex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a resistive touchscreen,
Yes.
primarily so you can use it in a workshop with oily fingers, whereas plastic touchscreens.
So the PCB and the LCD driver, is that integral to the main PCB or is it a series of daughter boards?
It's a Teensy mounted to the PCB and a Adafruit 1770 screen, which has inbuilt buffering
Yeah.
kind of stuff. So
That's cool.
PCB is more of a printed wiring board than a.
Yeah, I get it.
If you would like to get one of Phillip's CNC pendants, scan the QR code in the top corner for more information. This is what I love about the maker community. We come together and we support each other. So if nothing else, reach out to Phillip and say hi. So why not check out Phillip's project and see what you can make today?